Hello, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining us. It is outstanding to have you. My name is Chris, otherwise known as Wolfie, and we are live once again with massively overpowered OPTV. And it is time for some Elite Dangerous. And baby, has it been a little while.
It sure has.
But you know what? Better late than never. And today is a pretty auspicious and important one because, well, first of all, I am joined once again by my flight mentor, my space buddy, and my very best friend in the whole world, the matriarch herself, Britannia.
Meowdy folks, welcome to the Monster Hunter Wilds raiding room.
It's like she told me that was the bit she wanted to start with, and it's still funny and still painfully true.
I know what the people are waiting for. There is not a single Discord that I'm in, besides maybe my sim racing Discord, that is not hyped for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, it's very, very real out there, dude. Seriously. And it has indeed been months since the last stream for this game. Hello, Average Teacup. Welcome. Good to see ya. So yeah, first of all, of course, like I said, I'm joined by Brito, and second of all, we are in game because the colonization update, the Trailblazers update specifically, is now live in the game, which is introducing what is being both called a feature complete but still beta version of the colonization of stars. But in very, very, very short form, players can now establish space colonies out in the black, and they can like expand the bubble, which is like which is the civilized parts of the galaxy, and just they can establish their own colonies and provide services and create economy stuff, and like on paper this all sounds really, really, really cool.
It's certainly a level of. It's certainly something that's been asked for a long time in this game. Like, I remember people, like, when this game was a couple of years old, asking for when can we put our own stations on the map and everything like that. And I'm sure there's a lot of veterans like me who are just blown away that this is now an opportunity for us.
Yeah, I like that's the thing. So I don't know. You always seem like the sort of person who flies by herself for the most part.
Sure.
So like, what does this update do for you as a regular, like as a veteran player? Honestly, like, is there anything about this that you're personally interested in, or you just want to kind of like people watch? I guess.
Uh, looking at everything that they've done for the update with the notes and they've posted, and considering how hands off it could be once you've set everything up, uh, I wouldn't mind at some point finding a galaxy that that people have passed and no one cares about, and maybe finding a place that I can go in and put like a porg station on the map of Elite Dangerous. I would love to have like a pork squadron system at some point, just to have that indelible mark on one of the longest running games I've ever played.
Yeah, that's and actually a pretty dang good point too from Teacup. This game feels like more and more what Star Citizen is trying to do, and yeah, I mean you could certainly make that argument. It isn't doing it to the level of fidelity or like minutia, but at the same time, like sometimes you just have to be like, okay, we don't need to see every single blade of grass. Like we just let's just give us the features to play around with, right? So I don't know. Personally speaking, I'm kind of hoping, and I don't know that we're going to answer this question today. But I am hoping that this does open up some more like space trucking opportunities for me.
Yeah,
The big thing for me, one of my favorite things, and one of the things that actually got me interested in the game to begin with. And there's plenty of interesting things that were shown off by Britta when she was teaching me how to do stuff. But like the thing that like the first real major hook that was set in was when I learned how to do logistics. So like I learned how to, use outside websites to plot an extremely profitable route, turn off my brain, turn on some chill music, and just run loops of materials back and forth over and over and over. Which, now that I say it out loud, sounds kind of boring, but like that was the thing that got me into it. Like this was something that I was really really into, and so the fact that there's more of that possible, maybe, is definitely it's something that's on my radar. Hopefully, but we'll see. It's I would really really like to see this expand, but today, kind of feel like we just want to sort of look around. So we did a little bit of quick recon. We looked at a galaxy map. We sort of got a general idea of where maybe we're seeing some people already establishing colonies, and we're just going to kind of fly around and see what we can find, if anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Um, I have tried the game a few times as Nap yet, but find the fighter combat really challenging. I'm obviously doing something wrong.
I don't think so. No, I don't think it's anything wrong. It is there is like a oh wait, we need to be in a group. Hang on a second.
Yeah, we do.
Um, but no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's or anything you're doing wrong, I should say. You're just it can be hard to it can be hard to get into that if you haven't really done like Space Commander or Wing Commander or like other like first person flying games. That can be challenging. So that's not anything wrong with you, I don't think. It's just a question of like you know, ability or like game style. Oh, the new Drum Mark 2. Sweet, we're going to go into your brand new Mandalay.
Indeed. So this has also just been released for credits. I didn't want to spend arcs on the ship. I was happy to wait, and I went out and bought it real quick from Shinrada Desra and filled her out with some of the innards from the previous New Drum ship, which was a Diamondback Explorer. And so I present to you the New Drum Mark II.
And look at this.
She is more agile than ever before, and she jumps farther than she ever could have.
Yeah, this ship is gorgeous. It is kind of hard to really kind of see it from this low angle because it's a big ship. It's so huge. Um, but yeah, it's a beautiful ship. She fitted this thing out to jump. What do you say? 79 light years unladen.
75 light years unladen.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like tried the game last November. It was like asking a child to fly a Boeing 747. I can't panic at first, but learn how to fly from one planet to another and back. So, yeah, again, totally valid and acceptable reactions. I would not have gotten as into the game as I am right now if it was not for the guidance and help of Brito here. Genuinely. Like I can't state enough how important her her help and guidance and information has been.
Yes. For anyone who might not be aware, I bought this game the day after it was released, and I played it for hours and hours and hours. I had a Thrustmaster T Flight Hotus X that I had originally bought for Star Citizen. We all know how that is turning out. Um, and this has just been my ship game that I wanted to learn all the minutia in. So, I will say to all of the newbies out there, take your time. The galaxy is not going anywhere. Um, do not fly without a rebuy. Don't go into combat if you don't have a rebuy. Uh, and find what style of gameplay works for you. Uh, for some people, it's trading. That's really good, easy money if you're just starting out. Mining is also really good, but I haven't done a whole lot of that. I'm actually planning a stream where Chris takes me out to
Yep.
learn how to mine in the new Type 8.
I'm
That's
gonna
going to
show
be
her. I'm gonna
exciting.
show her how to eat rocks. It's gonna be great.
But it's very much a learning process, and I can't tell you the amount of videos that I've watched from bigger content creators who are just like, these are all the buttons that you have to bind on all of these things. And, yes, you don't have to bind all of them. You just have to bind what you need. And I would, and the tutorial for Elite Dangerous isn't great. So, very much take your time while you're in that new zone, in that starter zone, to really try and get the feel for everything. Additional tip: don't ever fly in open if you're new. I'm gonna repeat it for the people in back. Don't fly in open if you're new. People are not nice out there.
Yeah, they can be pretty
Eh,
pretty nasty. Yeah.
There's no shame in going to solo to try and learn what needs to be done. Now, with all that said, I'm gonna go ahead and take her out.
Indeed. And to sort of build upon what she's saying, since we all can't clone our own individual Britannias, um, just find there are resources out there. There are lots of like helpful channels, helpful people, helpful websites. There are it would it be much nicer if a lot of this stuff was in game 1000%. But even with that said, there are resources out there, there are people out there, channels, guides, videos. There's lots out there that can give you information and help you get your foot in the door. So, like, yeah, it's really, this game is the epitome of marathon, not sprint, in my opinion. Wow, that guy was coming in hot.
No, I was just going out hot.
No, how dare. I can't believe it. You?
In this ship, do you want to get an external view for the audience?
Oh, yeah, actually, I should do. Hang on a second. Let me just, there we go. I need to change the, hang on a second. I need to change the camera. Hang on, how do I do that again? Hang on. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. Yes, look at her. Look at this ship. She's so pretty, dude. I'm actually surprised you hadn't given her a paint job yet.
Paint jobs cost Alex. I don't have a whole lot of those.
Oh.
I will soon though, because I think FDev needs the money.
Not even the ones that you have owned were good enough for this one. Do you think? You didn't think, or?
It's only 3,000. Most ship paint jobs, for the newer ships are upwards of around 6,000. Or you need to buy a pack.
Right. Okay, I gotcha. I only played in solo, says Teacup, and out of control 747 is not fun for anyone. But yeah, it's there are guides, and genuinely, just I haven't learned everything by any stretch of the imagination, and a lot of stuff is a solved problem, but like at the same time, so that just means there are a lot of guides and resources out there to help you along. But at the same time, just take your time. You really need to work this stuff at your own pace. Like, I can't begin to tell you how frequently I change my keybinds over and over and over again. Oh, hey, hang on a second before we continue on. Foxflare999, thank you so very much for the follow. Appreciate that support. Welcome. Good to have you. We're looking forward to seeing you in more streams soon, friend. Thanks for that.
Alright, so this is one of the systems that we saw that had a crane over it in the galaxy map. I'm now approaching the system colonization beacon. There's also a fleet carrier out here.
Yeah, so to point out, we are not flying in open. We are flying in a PvE-specific private server, Mobius PvE America to be specific, which has some pretty big restrictions on FFA PvP. It's literally just a PvE version of the game, which is our preference.
Mobius represent.
Hey, Scott Pick, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. All right, so the beacon is lit.
Gondor calls for aid. Alright, so this is just like a navigation beacon.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
So I've got the whole system scanned and I see the colonization ship.
Oh, you do. Okay.
I guess this means I need a little bit of horse tilt. I mean, SEO.
It's great to see the players' characters walking around. Has that been in long? That was
May 19th, 2019, I think.
Yep.
Let me double check.
Yeah. When did Odyssey come out? It felt like ages.
It did.
The bad old days.
May 19, 2021.
There you go.
I remember that because it was my birthday, and I was very excited for it to be released on my birthday. And oh boy.
Yeah. Less said about that, the better.
They've made it better, but
They have.
but FDev 4 years ago, 5 years ago is not the same FDev as you see now.
No, definitely not. Yeah, for sure. All right, so we're going into what's called SCO, or Super Cruise Overdrive, which is effectively a NOS button for being in hyperspace.
Yep. How's the view from back there, by the way?
Not bad. It actually feels like I am also at the front of the ship. I don't see where your chair is at, honestly.
I'm below it and in front of you.
Oh, okay. So that would explain why I have a central view then. Okay. But yeah, it's...
I mean, you're totally piloting the ship.
Yeah, no, look at me. Whoa.
Stop taking us into a roll, Wolfie. Whoa.
I can't help it. I'm just feeling that hot doggy. Whoa. Alright, so with the beacon set down and now the colonization ship is out there. So this is the thing that has to be fed materials in order for the first station to be built. I believe the time is a week in order for those materials to be delivered, and then the new station generates over the Wednesday server tick, which is when they always have the server tick / weekly maintenance period.
An interesting planet they've chosen to orbit.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything on the galaxy map that indicated there was any sort of mineral importance here, or is this just like maybe somebody just stepping out for the first time, I wonder?
No idea. I do think, this is me with just a hypothesis, but I think like someone saw this area dropping out. Someone saw this planet and thought, you know what, this would be a good place for a station.
Yeah. I mean, that's just as good as any, or good a reason as any, I should say.
All right, I'm gonna take us around this ship so that everyone can get a good look at it.
This looks very similar to other fleet carriers out there, just a bit smaller, I guess. Maybe, well, slightly smaller. Oh, I could be wrong. No, this looks chunky.
Yeah, this is a chunky boy.
Oh, yeah, that's way bigger than I expect. Okay, man, there's a lot of landing pads on this thing.
Oh, there's a lot of landing pads. I didn't realize there were 2 sides to it.
Yep, there are 2 total sides with, like, it looks like every size of landing pad represented here, as far as I can tell. So we are in a no-fire zone, but we are also not, like, openly... yeah, we're not, like, red flagged or anything like that. And we can dock. Okay, so that's good. All right. So that does immediately answer a question of, can we dock here? Now, my question, personally, as a space trucker, as I said earlier, am I able to provide commodities and materials?
Oh, this view looking down into... Oh, this floor glass is really good.
Why do you think I love that for my own space truck, dude? Are you kidding me? Being able to look down and see where the pad is, it's so invaluable.
Okay, so I'm sad that you can't seem to access the menu from here,
I cannot, no, unfortunately.
but I can tell you that you can absolutely bring your own cargo and sell it here.
Oh, baby. That's what Daddy likes to hear.
This is 1000% an option for you,
Oh,
and
that's great.
doesn't seem like there's any way to make these uh, these colonization ships private, and I don't think there would be any reason for you to want to do that unless you're
For
just
sure.
doing it for trolling. So
Yeah, that doesn't
that
make
is
sense
awesome.
to make it super private or individual unless you're playing in solo. But even then, like, that's asking yourself a lot, I have to believe, right? Like what kind of
Yeah,
what are so since I can't access the
I'll send you a
commodities.
screenshot.
Yeah, sure. What sort of materials are they asking for here? Like, what commodities do
So
they
the
need?
biggest materials: 20,000 steel, 12,000 titanium, 14,000 CMM Charlie Mike Mike composite, which I've never heard of.
Neither have I.
Uh, 12,000 aluminum, 5,000 liquid oxygen, uh, 2,000 water, and then smaller 3-digit amounts, computer components, food cartridges, insulating membranes, semiconductors, water purifiers.
Wow. Okay. So there are some like regular commodities. All right. So quick check of
I've
wiki. The CMM composite is an industrial material produced exclusively by surface ports and settlements and refinery systems.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Okay.
I've sent you a screenshot of probably the first 2/3 of the list, maybe 3/5.
Oh. Okay. Wow. And the credit value is actually not too bad, honestly, considering the amounts that they need, especially
Yeah.
the composites, for example, and the aluminum. Like that's oh wow, interesting, very interesting. Huh. Okay. I I am glad that this is an option. Genuinely, like I said before, space trucking is like the thing that got me hooked into this game. So being able to uh, being able to sort of help
Space
along with
truck
that.
into the black.
Yes. Like that's not nothing. I because I stay within the bubble obviously. That's where the material needs have been to this point. It's like, it's colonized space needs stuff. They're thirsty in Atlanta and there's beer in Texarkana.
Space bounding down.
Loaded up and trucking. And also, like my biggest space truck is super super chunky to the point where I have crashed local economies um, in my deliveries before. So,
Whoopsie.
tee thanks for the money. But actually, that is which has provided its own interesting little things and challenges that I've had to surmount. But anyway, all right. So this is a station in progress. So once this colony ship has gotten all of its goodies, a station will be established near this planet, and yeah, that's when the next phase begins. To that point, I think we saw another galaxy map location that has an interesting icon, right?
Yes, I noted that down. Uh, LHS 2435.
Yeah, this literally just started. So like the fact that we're seeing people already beginning this journey in a bunch of different spots actually. If I was looking at the map correctly.
Yeah, a lot more have popped up since last we looked.
Yeah, let me take a quick look at the galaxy map. That much I can. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A whole lot of these have popped up. Okay. Yeah.
thought I could find one of those icons closer, but I cannot. So we're just going to be jumping back closer to Shinrada Desra.
That works. Yeah, here's another one. So these purple places, as far as I can tell, are places that are available or in process. This one specifically has that little crane, which is similar to the location that we're at right now. The primary port is under construction. So we're sat on, or we're waiting on a colony ship to get its materials, basically.
There we go. Much better. I found the route was going to take us through Shinrada, and I don't think you're an elite yet.
Oh, am I not allowed to even ride on a ship even? Or am I not even allowed?
No.
Really? That's boo.
Oh, also, I'm gonna screenshot a system name that I happen to find in the corner of my screen and send it to you.
Yes, very good.
All right, taking off, setting course.
Whee! And of course, spinning around and looking cool doing it, naturally.
If I'm not looking cool, that means I am dead. But I'll still be cool in death.
I just noticed the name of your ship, or the word you put on the side of the ship, rather. Quay?
Quit.
Quay. Just a little quay.
You little quit. New dream go quit. This is a bit of a random tangent, but as we travel along, but you know ED Copilot,
Yep, I do.
they added a feature that to their space chatter thing that puts out announcements on the station using AI generated voices based on events that the developer puts in, like the time trial that I talked to you about.
Right. Yep.
It makes it sound like it's a system announcement about taking part in the time trial so you could possibly earn 2 billion credits.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to that app and that developer.
Genuinely,
That's
yeah. ED Copilot is a pretty cool little add-on. Like it manages to sort of hit a balance between like mechanical use and just including and adding a little more verisimilitude, a little more flavor.
And personally speaking, I've had great conversations with the guy when I took a bunch of Reddit stories about ATC interactions and turned them into space chatter options.
Yeah, so there's an option in that to sort of point out the verisimilitude thing I was referencing. So there's an option in that app which runs alongside the game. Like it's a separate program that you like have to the side while you're playing the game. But one of the things that it can include is have like air traffic control chatter among arriving pilots and ATC and she actually like looked up real world examples of some completely bonkers, goofy, and funny conversations between real world pilots and real world ATC, and she provided them to the developer of ED Copilot, and they included them into the app.
They also, because of my contributions, they made sure to get Chris and his husband beta access into the app as well because of my contributions.
Which was extremely generous. So yeah, can't say it enough. Shout out to the developer of ED Copilot. It's a really cool little utility.
All right, so.
And I just one thing about it too. It does help on the days when I am going out core mining because I'm by myself, and otherwise there's nobody to talk to. So having that voice just sort of like ding me for finding a rock that has nothing in it, that's. Anyway, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I was going to say that I'm not sure that I'm finding a difference here. Still the same colonization beacon with a colonization ship about 1,000 light years out,
Huh?
and a fleet carrier out there as well. So just gonna head that way.
Yeah, might as well. Let's see what's there. Nothing about this stream was going to be us able to really do anything with colonization directly. Honestly, this is a system that feels like it needs a lot more poking than what one broadcast can possibly offer. So,
It we're just scouting ahead for what's possible
hmm,
in our operations here.
exactly. We're doing some recon.
I don't need to SEO overcharge here. I can stop anytime I want to.
Horse tilting. Horse tilt activated.
I can stop anytime I want. It just feels really, really good when I do it. We need to watch that video again.
Yes, yes, we do. Sure.
There's already signals out here too. Whoops, too fast.
So, loop of shame? Loop of shame?
Yay! Loop
Yay!
of shame.
Loop of shame! Woo! Look, she's been playing this game for years and years and years, and she still makes the loop of shame. For those who don't know, loop of shame is just basically means when you come to your destination way too quickly, to the point where like the gravity of the local planetary bodies flings you well past where you need to go. And we actually crashed into the orbital the orbital
These
gravity of
things
the
just
planet.
happen.
Yeah, these things happen. It's fine.
That said, look at this planet.
It's very very rocky looking. That's for sure.
We're gonna be here for a minute, so
We that we are. All right, let's see if I can check what's going on here in the system map. Okay, let's see. This is an ice world. Unsurprisingly, there's probably nothing organic on it.
shocking.
And materials seem pretty routine. There are 2 human locations apparently on this planet.
Oh, interesting.
Zooming in closer to take a quick look. I don't see any on the actual map, but maybe that's because I haven't mapped it myself. I don't know. I read an MLP recently about how little of the galaxy is explored. Yes, yeah, that's one of like this game's big claim to fame, and why most people tend to prefer doing exploration as opposed to anything else, because there is so little of the actual galaxy that's been fully explored. And now I wonder how much colonization is going to change that.
Oh, that's the game is going to look so different in 5 years.
For sure, it really is.
That reminded me of Space Sails. Does their ship have them in the game? There is not.
Unfortunately, not. Yeah, no, there's no solar sails in this one. They're all your bog standard hull style ships, unfortunately. All right, here we are. Hey, the docking request was granted. Did you know that?
I do know that. How nice of it to inform me.
Twice. And the colony ships are cool looking. My gosh, they're super neat.
Where is my landing pad? Aha, there it is.
I should point out she is not a bad pilot. She just really likes to show off, and sometimes it bites her in the ass.
It's okay. I have the credit balance for it.
I can imagine a little ship with sails, so it does not need much fuel, and it can go too far to explore. That would be neat, honestly. Like an exploration ship with solar sails. That would be pretty cool. I wonder how you would like manage the wrinkles of that in terms of like making short versus far leaps. Like how much you range that offers. You know what I mean?
It looks like can't really tell a difference
Really?
from uh this one has certainly been filled out more. Like someone is really chipping away at this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this might just mean they're getting closer. I don't know. I'm a bit confused there about what this different icon means in the galaxy map.
So am I. So the icon we're referencing. Let's see if I can't find another one that's nearby. Oh, that's still
What?
in under construction.
It's you don't see the beacon over ours?
I see the. Yeah, I see the construction crane again.
Oh, you see the crane on
I see the crane.
FBX?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the beacon.
You see the beacon? Really? Okay, no. I am looking at we are at Crucis FBX FB-X 81-4. Or
B1-4, but
that
yes.
is a B. Okay, my bad.
Okay, I found another one
Okay.
close by. Can you see the route if I make it here?
No,
No,
I
you
can't.
can't.
But I can search for the planet that you're aiming at.
Crucis sector, Echo Bravo dash X-ray space Bravo 1-2.
Whee. Okay, yeah, this one does have that same little symbol. Oh, you know what? Maybe this just means like the beacon was deployed?
Beacon was deployed, but the ship's not there yet.
Yes, that's what I think. Because that looks like a little that looks like a little beacon guy.
And there's a little beacon
A
guy just
little
having a little chill out on your map.
just a little guy. Though my first instinct when I first saw this is like it's a ninja mask. Uh,
It's a what?
a ninja mask.
That's a good.
It
That's a good
just
one.
looks like a little ninja face. I don't know. This is how my brain works.
I love it. I adore it.
I may have to return to the space zooming soon. I don't know. It's
There's
there.
much more opportunities out there.
There are a whole lot of new opportunities as a result of this. I feel like for sure, especially since we're literally day one of this, like day zero, frankly, at this point.
Yeah, this is only hours old.
Yeah, it really is literally hours old. So, and that is something that I kind of want to like investigate. Like, what does this mean for somebody who isn't necessarily interested in like expanding influence or applying a colony? What does this do for everybody else? You know what I mean? Because there are a lot of potential impacts that this may have, and I don't know if this is going to be very apparent from the very jump, but it's really exciting to be at a point where we can observe this, honestly.
Honestly, yes. Like, I may never get into the weeds with all of this, but
Sure.
I freaked out because I thought we were going towards the sun. But being able to help other people or other bigger, like, squadrons expand out, like, towards a certain point of interest, or here's here's what I think is gonna happen in
Oh.
5 years. We're gonna have a highway from here to Colonia.
I do feel like a superhighway is going to be like the first construction project, quote unquote.
Oh, one
Yeah.
thousand
We're going to
percent.
have a Route 66. Honk.
So there are two stars out here. I'm just gonna look through look through the FSS real quick.
In the meantime, I'm going to show off this ship in such pretty light.
Let me know if you need me to twist the ship.
This is my good side. Oh, wait. They're all my good side. There we go. Screenshot captured. See, I do the same things that MJ can do. Route 66 with retro signs in space. That'd be sick. I would really love if like somebody was able to like put out like a bunch of Burma shave style ads along the way.
Oh gosh. All right, we're gonna go for a long distance travel towards the other star because there seems to be a lot of activity there.
Oh, really? Interesting. Is it obvious in the system map? Doesn't seem to be.
No, I don't know if there's anything out there. Oh, I don't think this planet can be
Why are there 3
claimed.
fleet carriers chilling here?
I don't know. Why is there are a lot of questions I have here, but I'm just going to go to the other star for fun because I do want to show off the long distance SEO capability of this.
Sure. Oh, and I crashed.
Oops.
Oops. All right.
Oh no, where is it going to drop you?
We're about to find out.
All right, full stop for Nudrum Mark II.
Sorry about that. Don't know what
All
happened.
good.
All right. Okay. It is time to find out how this works.
My guess is you'll be back in Persephone.
Well, it has me on foot somewhere, assuming that the silhouette that shows up when I'm loading is following where I will be.
That's usually accurate.
I'm on foot on on the star that we were just near. Ow!
Oof, owie!
Ow, my feet.
E-O-A-I-E.
Yeah, it looks like it dropped me back at Persephone's. Literally stood right next to the Hungry for Rocks.
Copy that. I'm on my way back. 2 jumps.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
That's nothing. I will set up. No, I won't because I'm in the middle of a hyperspace jump, but I will set up the team again.
Appreciate that. Oh, never mind. Pink.
So, in this time when I'm picking you up, would you like to hear one last bit of news I heard from the Frontier stream before I closed it?
Yeah, for sure.
Um, they are going to be introducing Vanguards, which is, in their words, a sort of successor to squadrons.
Interesting. A successor to Squadrons. Huh.
I didn't get much more than that because we were setting up stream, but
Yeah, they got to the
it's
Elite Dangerous portion of their program right as we were going live, regrettably. But it's fine. I'm definitely gonna be writing a news post about this tomorrow morning for sure, if not later
I'm sure
today.
you'll pass me all those nice details as well,
Mm, for sure.
making sure that I'm understanding what's coming and
Yeah,
not like
I will most certainly be briefing on that. Oh, jeez, all the bar stools are still occupied. Ugh, jerks. But yeah, there are a bunch of not just this system, which I admit doesn't seem to have an immediate grab for me, but like the secondary and maybe even tertiary effects are very very intriguing. But there is still the Power Play 2.0 stuff that I have not touched literally at all. And there is still engineering stuff that I have to do. Like there is still there's still a lot of goals that I have yet to get to. And like just especially within engineering, because I'd written a while ago that genuinely felt like the thing that saved this game, overall. Um, because engineering, as I've described before, is effectively how you level up your ship. It's how you customize it and make it really do the things you absolutely want it to do. Um, so, so being able to more freely access that has been a major game changer. And by comparison, PowerPlay 2.0 doesn't quite feel as impactful, but still opens up new things for me to do. Where colonization maybe isn't that big of a deal, but that is with the asterisk of the fact that we are still just hours in and we don't know how this will really impact and change things, and it's something I'm still eager and excited to find out.
look up, friend.
Oh, are you Oh, there you
No,
are.
like Space Mandalay knows your sins.
Stealing Mandalay is watching you. Oh, this is why I love my matriarch. Goodness, that was ridiculous.
I thought you might dig that.
Space Mandalay knows your sins.
Alright, I am docked.
All right, I'll head my way over to you. Shippy, 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 shippy.
There's something you want to check out in the last little bit of our stream?
Yeah. Uh, well, I would just like to go to that place that we were headed to before I crashed out.
Alright, yeah. We're gonna test out that SEO.
Yes. Thank you for coming back and picking me up. I appreciate it.
No problem at all, of course.
I mean, the easier way to do this would probably be for me to telepresence to your ship, but it's fine.
That's boring.
It really is.
Knew there was one near Avalon. All right, found one.
Oh, that says cargo. I'm sorry. I misread that message there from the local chat, and I thought I misread it as okay, okay, the cat girl's all yours. All right, okay.
That's enough
That's
internet for
that's
you.
enough internet for me. I'm done. That's good.
Would you check the system, see if you see the? Actually, no. Hold on. Disregard all.
Okay.
Do, 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 do. There we go. And lunch. I mean launch.
You were right the first time.
Lunch.
Lunch. Sandwich. Oh, I forgot to ask. Did you need me to put my pips or anything?
No, it's
All right.
fine.
Okay.
What's that about safe speeds?
Safe speeds to the docking bay. Woo-wee. I safely got out of there. Whee! I will say the boost sound this engine makes isn't too bad.
Not bad at all.
All right. We're off.
Whee!
Yay! Also, we technically don't need solar sails because fuel scoops are a thing.
True.
That reminds me of another thing that seems like really routine and basic to most people now, but like was something that I really that like set another hook for this game for me. Like the sensation of like finding a perfect balance point between slurping the fuel from a star and making sure your heat didn't go too high. Like
Yeah.
that feeling of flying around in that manner. And I always like to feel scoop on the move. I mean, I could just park in front of a star and go ship, but you know, that's boring.
All right. Here we go. Take two.
All right, fingers crossed we don't have another crash. SCO time. Whee!
We're going to be spending a little time in SEO. 1500 times the light of speed, 2000. The speed of light, I mean. I said light of speed.
Light of speed. It's fine. The speed of speed.
This is pretty stable too. I'm not touching anything on the joystick anymore.
So there is a little bit of lag jitter between what you're seeing versus what I'm seeing, I'm sure, but like yeah, it seems like it's doesn't take a whole lot to keep her steady.
Her top speed is 4200 C, and she's sitting pretty at 60% heat.
I was just about to ask how her heat is going, so because using SCO does like ramp up the heat pretty bit highly in a lot of ships.
The lore that they've introduced with the SEO is that they any frame shift drive can have SEO on it. You just have to buy it with the SEO. And that's been out ever since we beat the Thargoids or got some technology from them from the war. And so all of the older ships can support it, but you're going to have problems. And now all of the ships that are coming out from these manufacturers are all making them compatible with SEO so that they don't run into overheating problems.
It's smart, actually. I don't hate that. As a rationalization, I really do not hate that at all. That ate up a whole lot of travel time, honestly. That was great.
Yeah, SEO is pretty baller. Like that really takes out like some of the longest parts of the game.
For sure, it does. And travel time is always going to be a long part in any of these space games, no matter what. So having something to
True.
like refine that problem or process is nice. I will say I do have SEO equipped on my Type 9, which is a massive, massive, massive space truck. It's a huge, chunky ship. It feels an awful lot like I'm throwing a brick at a planet. It's very funny. As you can appreciate, I have to use that sparingly in that ship.
What's crazy?
But it's also a fun challenge because, like, yeah, the newer ships are purpose built to sort of handle SEO better, but it also feels like a little bit of a skill check using SEO on something as big as a T9. But Norval isn't as much of an achievement anymore, is it? Asks Raxwolf. I don't know.
I would still consider it an achievement. That's you're still doing the travel. You still need to build out a ship that has enough fuel for the trip. You can't just take any ship out there unless you take off SEO. But otherwise, you would need to build for the heat and for the fuel. It's still an achievement in my eyes, is what I'm saying. Also, there's nothing out here.
There is certain isn't. All right, well, that's okay. That's fine.
That's all right.
All right. This does seem like
That's
a good
just
point
weird.
to stop it, though. It is weird, though. We are. Let me check the galaxy map real quick to see what it was you were looking at.
It was one of those ninja masks.
It was a ninja mask. Oh, yeah. See, I don't see a
So,
ninja mask here. That's so weird.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't. Unless, yeah, no, I'm in system colonization mode, and I don't see any ninja mask at all.
Okay.
Oh,
That's weird.
that is weird.
That's free QA for you, FDev.
There you go.
I'm gonna go ahead and start taking us home.
For sure. Deviant rather, says, "Love my Mandy. She works perfect for my exo work." Ah,
I love it.
that's a good use for Mandalay. I feel like is exobiology stuff. Yeah, for sure. That's great. And Braxwolf saying, "I thought the mug was an actual dashboard item." Nope.
I can't post links in the chat
Yeah,
because
send me the link.
Automat is gonna get.
Yeah, give me the
But
link.
take this link. Take this link. If you want to do something with the mugs from Hutton Orbital, that's something you could do.
hot.forthemug.com.
I know it sounds like one of those early late 90s websites that you're just like
Like Zombocom or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But you can use this if you can deliver mugs to stations in systems, and using their plugin you can permanently like mark your name on that website as someone who's delivered a mug there. I did that for a bunch of our places in Avalon.
Zombo.com, the perfect website, indeed. Also, I'm so glad somebody else in the chat got the reference. Thank you, Tico.
So, it's funny about that. They made that reference on Beagle Stream like some months back, and I thought it was just, a play on words on what was actually happening. But now hearing it again, I'm gonna have to ask you to explain it to me after the stream.
Or you could just go to zombo.com and find out for yourself.
Oh, it's still up.
I'm going to check to be sure, but I believe it is. Hang on a minute. Let's Just yes, yes, it absolutely is. It does work, and still to this day. All right, brilliant. Oh, goodness. Well, you know what? This is an interesting and intriguing little peek, honestly. I am super delighted to see so many people are trying to dig into this whole thing already. Like, just the appetite for this stuff is immediate, and it's
hmm
and I cannot wait to see how this unfurls genuinely. It's we're not going to really see a whole lot of impact until next week, technically speaking. But as far as people watching, if nothing else, these next few weeks are going to be super interesting.
I agree. I'm really interested to see what the community does with this.
Totally. I used to send Zombocom to people telling them it's the best. My brother watched the animation for 10 minutes waiting for something to happen. Zombocom was the Rickroll before the Rickroll, man. That's
Oh, okay.
Which it is still cool to just kind of take a ride, kind of ponder, consider, discuss. There is this does feel like another fascinating layer, and honestly, well, I mentioned earlier that like there are a lot of mechanics and systems in this game that feel like a solved problem. This one isn't, and that's definitely a big deal, I think.
This one can't be solved either. Like, you still have to go and get all the materials. You're still, responsible for that claim, and you can try and get people to help, but there's no guarantee, and you're on a time limit, buddy.
Yeah, like that's big. It's really really big. Goodness, what the landing.
Thanks. I was really happy with that one.
Well done. All right, we're gonna disembark after she's been pushed backwards into the attic or the basement, I guess in this case.
Whee!
Well, that is going to be it for today's stream. But couldn't have possibly done this. Literally couldn't have done this without you, best friend. Thank you so much, Retarnia, for joining me.
It's always a pleasure, as always. Me and my ship are happy to service massively overpowered anytime.
And we'll be doing this more frequently. I should point out.
Yes,
So
I'm
we
super excited.
so we beat Cat Quest 3 effectively, and we're still kind of poking at Mech Warrior 5 clans, and that's still going to continue. But like we needed like another bi-weekly Wednesday stream thing, and this is going to be it. Frankly, this is what's up.
I lose interest playing by myself, and a lot of these things are like self-oriented. So having like penciling it into a schedule to something that happens every 2 weeks means I can try and do something new, or we go out and do a random thing that one of us feels like doing, and just enjoy the game for what it is. And I'm the type of person that needs a schedule.
Yeah, that
Otherwise,
I dig on that.
and like this is going to be so good for Elite Dangerous stonks.
Yeah, yes, indeed. And stonk. I'm sorry. I got derailed by the word stonks. Like I said, thank you very much, Superito. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, of course, and we hope you will come by for some more streams throughout the week. Later on tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, MJ and Larry are coming together for some Dune Awakening character creator goofery. I have a feeling they're going to try to make gremlins. It's going to be awesome. That's happening later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday, February 27th at 8 p.m. Eastern, MJ and her crew are back together for some Dungeons and Dragons Online. And then on Friday, February the 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern, I will be checking out the demo / open beta for Fellowship. That is the multiplayer MMO dungeon crawler thing. Excuse me. Goodness, I apologize. That that I've previewed a couple of times, so we'll be checking it out for real, quote unquote. And then later that same night at 8 p.m. Eastern, MJ is going to be playing Ultimate Sheep Raccoon. You will need to tune in to find out what that is all about. But if you saw
We
her
don't
playing
have
Ultimate
answers
Chicken
for you
Horse,
here.
yeah, it's great. But anyway, that is going to be it for today. But before we go, as always, I want to thank everybody for all of the support you provide to Massively Overpowered. Whether you're watching our streams live or on demand, reading what we have to write on the website, or if you're doing generous things like donating bits to the channel, subscribing to the channel, whitelisting the ads on the site, or if you're one of our amazing Patreon supporters, no matter what you do, top to bottom, you're the fuel that keeps Massively OP going. We will see you later tonight, I should say. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Bye!